Welcome to What's the Biz? Tell Me What's Happening, the segment on this channel where we discuss issues relating to the business side of show business. My name is Bradley J, and I'm a professional musical theater nerd. I've been an auditioning actor in New York, San Diego, and loads of places in between, and I have lots to share when it comes to your career as an artist. As it is sometimes the case with this segment, today we're talking money. More specifically, we are talking about rates for your services, especially when it comes to friends and family. Now, if you work in this industry, the chances are high that you have some sort of a hustle that is theater adjacent for that little extra cash, or who are we kidding, sometimes for basic groceries. So, for example, if you do a lot of work in costumes, maybe you alter garments on the side. If you are a dancer, maybe you coach younger performers during contest season, or if you're like me, as a music director, you might have a revolving door of voice students preparing for their various auditions. My side work often takes the form of voice lessons and audition coachings, but it can also include recording practice tracks or transposing sheet music. Because the theater industry is quite small, it's no surprise that many of my clients were first my friends, or perhaps first my students at institutions where I've taught. So what I'd like to share today are 3 thoughts on how to navigate with your friends when they reach out to you on a professional level. First of all, establish your rates before someone reaches out to you. If you run a restaurant, you don't decide on the price of a hamburger and fries after you've started serving patrons. Conversely, your diners don't negotiate the cost of their meal after they've eaten it. So think of yourself as a restaurateur. You need a menu. So think about the various services that you might be called upon, or even services you're thinking about dabbling in but haven't had any nibbles yet, and then draw up a rate given the value of your time and the region where you're operating. Once you've established for yourself what the base rate is, then you can start considering whether there will be a friends and family discount, if at all. This discount could take many forms. For me, as a voice teacher, I have an hourly rate for professional adults, and I have a slightly lower rate for students in middle school, high school, or college. If a friend approaches me for voice lessons, I tend to offer them that lower student rate. With only 2 rates to manage, this simplifies my bookkeeping. Additionally, if I've had a student who has graduated, I tend to grandfather them into the student rate for as long as they want to continue taking lessons from me. Not only do I enjoy staying artistically connected to these students, but it also recognizes that there's a shared loyalty between us, and that gives them a slight financial benefit. You could consider plenty of other ways to give a friends and family discount. Maybe 10% off seems fair to you. Maybe the discount is totally front-loaded with the first lesson or service being free as a kind of trial for you both, but then subsequent lessons or services are at your normal rate. Maybe your friends and family can benefit from a seasonal special that they get to redeem at any time. To put it a different way, perhaps your business offers a discount code that is a limited time for your general clientele, but that your inner circle of friends and folks can use year-round. Perhaps you offer friends and family a package of 4 voice lessons that basically costs the same as 3 individually. They get a discount and you get repeat business. Whatever you decide upon it before your friend is standing there asking about it. The second thing I'd urge you to consider is to be upfront. The last thing you'd want to make your friend feel is that there's been some sort of a bait and switch. If I'm going to be doing something gratis for a friend, I want to be clear about it at the beginning of that conversation. And conversely, if you're going to be charging a friend, you want to let them know that as soon as possible too. If I get a text from a friend asking if I have time to record a rehearsal track, the clearest way I can reply while also communicating my expectation is to say, yes, I have the time. Does X dollars sound fair to you? Keeping the conversation light as you navigate terms, even informally, is a great way for both parties to get what they need while also not hurting any feelings. The third thing to consider is whether there's something to barter. Any friendship is about give and take. Sometimes the right thing to do is not to charge your friend. If this is an industry friend coming to you with a request, think about whether your friend helped you memorize a monologue last week, or maybe they read as your scene partner for your recent self-tape. Obviously, overanalyzing every exchange in a friendship can lead to some dicey feelings. Nobody wins when you're trying to be even Steven. But simply consider the ways that your friend might have already put in the social capital towards a bartering situation, and you might be able to arrive at a creative exchange where, again, everyone walks away feeling like they got what they needed. So, what's the biz, Brad? First, set your rates before people ask. Second, be upfront with your friends and family. And third, don't be afraid to suggest a barter. Friends, this has been What's the Biz? Tell me what's happening. If you'd like some more musical theater nerdiness in your life, please step downstage and click subscribe. Do you have a topic you'd like me to discuss in a future video? Please comment below, and as always, make it a great day.